Nope. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but no. Hi friends, and welcome to another video. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Veronica. I am a TV and radio presenter, and welcome to my YouTube family. So YouTube has been all over this crazy Chanel price increase, and I want to add my 2 cents, which will maybe not be so popular opinion, but just keep in mind that it's my opinion, and you can agree or disagree, but this is just how I feel about the whole craziness that it's Chanel. So first of all, let's look at the prices now. I mean, the prices have gone up like 200+% in the last 2 years alone. Usually Chanel would do a 10% increase of their most favorable, most desirable bags, which is normally double flap and things like that, every November. But during COVID time, they started to hike their prices basically on every month. It felt like every month. And now they have reached the point where their classics, which is Chanel double flap, minis, medium, large, jumbos, you name it, they are actually more expensive than some of the Hermes bags. And with Hermes, we kind of like, you either play the game or you don't, it's up to you. But with Chanel, the perception of Chanel is that the quality is just not there. And for me, this was always a fun part, because I'm one of those people as well. I always say that the quality of Chanel doesn't justify the prices, even before all the increase hikes. But lucky for me, because I have bought my bags quite a long time ago, I have been collecting them for years. There are most of them from the older collections, not like gold plated, not that old, but still old enough that the actual quality is better than in the last couple of years. So with the price increase, this is not about quality, because I don't believe that even if the bag would be perfect and amazing and the best bag ever, I don't think you would pay over 10,000 euros for a Chanel, let's say jumbo or large double flap. I think those are just extortionate prices, but we need to kind of break down why this is happening. Let me kind of put a disclaimer here. I don't have any inside knowledge. I don't have any communications with Chanel. Whatever I'm talking now is just my opinion from what I see happening and what I think might be happening. So this is not like first-hand information, but if you dig in a little bit, you can understand that Chanel has been kind of like complaining, if you want, about the overflow on the market of their bags. It has reached a point where Chanel is no longer kind of like exclusive luxury item, because anybody can save up and buy it. And I am in that category as well. I am not filthy rich. I cannot just go to a Chanel boutique and just buy a bag. I have to save up. And I gave up on Chanel a while ago now. My Chanel bags, most of them were bought pre-loved, but because I have been buying them years ago, the price was okay for Chanel, but I could never pay like 4,000 or 5,000 euros for a bag. That to me is just extortionate price. So I reached kind of like my level of thank you but no thank you quite a while ago. But now we are at a point where a lot of people are talking about it, complaining about it, that Chanel is insane what they are doing. But if you look at this situation from their point of view, if they sell one bag for 10,000, it's the same as if they would sell three before, let's say price-wise, and there's less bags out there in the market. So newer designs, like new colors and stuff, they are not overflowing the market with certain items, which makes sense from the business point. On the other hand, how many people are there who are still willing to pay that price for a Chanel bag? I'm sure there are still some people there, because obviously Chanel boutiques are still here. They hadn't, collapsed and nobody's buying anything. But I really wonder if what people are buying are actually classics with these extortionate prices, or are they buying other items that seem more reasonable priced compared to, the classics. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to go to New York soon, and then afterwards it's Cannes and Venice Film Festival. So I'm going to try and kind of check out the Chanel boutiques and see the people who are in there, what they're actually buying. But I'm pretty sure majority is not buying classics. I would be surprised, because to me, I mean, think about it. Even if you are filthy rich and you don't know what to do with your money, I mean, we still have quite a lot of people in that category as well. Would you pay that much money for something that costs half less? Chanel is not yet on the level of exclusivity like Hermes was, because with like Birkins and Callis and maybe even Constance's, it still has the image behind it. There is something exclusive, elusive, that it's something hard to get, and not just money-wise. And what Chanel did was just raise the prices so it's not reachable to a lot of people who used to buy Chanel, including me. So they kind of pushed us out. But will the rich people still be buying these items for these high prices? I don't know. I don't think so, at least not in big numbers. But I guess it works for them, because if it wouldn't be, they wouldn't keep on hiking the price. I'm pretty sure from their point, this works. So they either have a plan to have like 10 customers every month and that's it, or they really want only the richest people in the world to be able to afford Chanel. But one thing is what you can afford, the other thing is what you want. Because most of us who wanted Chanel, we were lusting for their items. I don't think that for most of us it was not a status symbol. For me, it was never a status symbol, because I've been saving up for months and months and months, and then finally I was able to go and buy a bag. And I tell this story to everyone, so I'm not like ever pretending like, oh yeah, I just went to Chanel and got 2 bags. It was never like that for me. So I never kind of considered those bags as a status symbol. For me, they were just beautiful bags that meant something to me. And I would think that that kind of customer is worth more than somebody who is just buying 10 bags a month and just don't care, throw them, you know, on the shelf and then just maybe use it once or twice. But, you know, I don't know what their business model is. But it's obvious they are changing things. The only reasonable conclusion that we can kind of get from it, at least my perspective of this, is that they really do want only the richest people to buy this, because nobody in their right mind would pay so much money now for this bag unless you have billions and billions, and 10,000 and 20,000 is just change to you. Then maybe, I don't know, we'll see where this goes. But I just want to point out that it doesn't matter how much we complain, how much we talk about on YouTube and social media how Chanel is done. Chanel will never be done, because it's Chanel. It's one of the oldest fashion houses. It has a special name, it has a special place in our hearts. So yes, a lot of us stopped, some already, others will follow. We'll stop buying at Chanel, or maybe just buy on occasional little things, and not buy the bags. But the bags are here, they're not going to go anywhere, so they're still in the market, all over the market if you want. I think the social media played a big part in this, because you would see a lot of YouTubers showing you these bags, including me. I'm guilty of that as well, I know, but I wanted you to hear the story of a person who is not just buying Chanel left and right, who is working really hard. I always talk about that I have maybe one free weekend a month if I'm lucky. Usually I have like one day off and that's it. So I work really hard and I save my money, and then I go and I buy this bag and I feel amazing because I finally reached it. The bottom line is we can talk about this as much as we want to, as many hours as we want to. I don't think Chanel will change their trajectory of their business model, because it's obvious they will just hike the prices up and up and up until it reaches the point that nobody will actually buy these bags anymore, because the price is already ridiculous. And again, don't forget that we are responsible for that, because if we are not buying these things, they're gonna have to change their model. And I'm assuming, since they are keep raising the prices for the last 2 years, that people are still buying enough of those bags that this business model is justified. My friends, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.